Welcome to Hachiko Scramble. We are here in Shibuya. You can see that the Hachiko statue over there is closed. They've covered it up this morning. They put in tons of signs. You can see it's clearly in English. They're guaranteed to have way more foreign visitors here tonight than they will be at Japanese residents because most of them have gone back to their family. TV is here, Japanese TV, to sort of report on it. And I can see, this is what I predicted, the majority of people on the street right now are foreign tourists. I'm not kidding. Japanese have left Tokyo or are with family today. In a couple of hours, Japanese will be eating soba with their families for lunch, and these foreign tourists have no home. They are essentially part of the city now. They've been claimed by the city people. But tonight there is no festivities. You can see the Japanese flag in the distance over there across the street. All of the streets in Japan are lined with them. The buses have Japanese flags on the front of them. There's a lot of patriotism around the New Year's holiday. But I thought that this was really funny, these signs here. I'm gonna take you around and show you a little bit here. Welcome everybody, almost 2025. In about 16 hours, this place is gonna be filled with foreigners. I'm telling you, Japanese, maybe a few, I would say like 5%. You probably have a few streamers come here. This is not the best spot. There's no street food. The best places to go to maybe Asakusa or maybe Meiji Shrine, I don't know, for the New Year's prayer because they're expecting locals. It's better run because there are locals there. And Asakusa has street food. There's a bunch of food stands that have been there every single year. It's more festive and it's a lot more fun, and they just don't want you here. So why are you coming here? I know Shibuya is sensory overload. You can see how amazing it is. Okay, it's Shibuya, it's a famous place. But I'm telling you, for Japanese New Year, the culture is not to do this. And I'm gonna share a little bit of my experience as well. The TV cameras here, the area around the statue of Hachiko will be blocked off from Tuesday, December 3rd, 31st to Wednesday morning, January 1st. So just about 18 hours or so. And this sign here is just hilarious. The information center is closed. Hachi is sleeping today. Do not wake him up. Probably a good idea. Probably piss him off. They did it so you can't even see him. I mean, I can't see above this. He is there. Oh my gosh, they did cover him. He's covered in a canopy. They covered him. Of course, some tourists made a hole there so you can see in there. That's what they do. They covered him in a box. I didn't think they would actually cover him. There's tourists. This is hilarious. I didn't think that they would actually cover him. He's covered. They got it all covered. The mass construction here. I don't know, what do you guys think as well? Kanai and I just watched this Squid Game 2 last night, and I don't know, slightly disappointed, I think. It was good, but disappointed. I don't know, we weren't as pleased as the first one years ago. I don't like this two-part series. Oh, we'll be back in the summer, they said, for season 3. I don't know, I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but definitely not the same as season 1. Well, most stuff like that is not as good as the original. So there you go. Yeah, it seems like it ended right when things were getting a little bit interesting. But they made it all Netflixy. They put in some stuff that maybe they didn't need to do that. They tried to make, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It seemed forced, some things. All right, I want to show you some of the places that are options to New Year's. What I used to do here, but let's go over the NHK's announcement on this. They put this out yesterday. Of course, you see Shibuya right there, and it says here, Tokyo Shibuya Award suspends New Year's countdown event. This is really important for you to realize. Actually, the event is canceled, but they didn't close down stuff. It's still open. It's just that the event, they had a big event, I think in like 2018. It was really awesome. They had like bands and stages and music and stuff. they're just saying that they're not doing that anymore. But since then, people have been coming here anyways. Decided not to do a countdown event for the 5th straight year. The ward has held such events in the past, so the countdown event is canceled. Crowds are expected to gather at the Scramble Crossing in front of the station on New Year's Eve, so officials plan to deploy security personnel around the area as usual to keep people safe. Also, the vicinity of the iconic Hachiko dog will be covered by sheets. That's what brought me here. Mayor Hasabe Ken is doing. For those who don't know, Shogatsu holiday kind of started on the weekend. That's when people have off from work. So the rush, the exodus to get out of here from locals started around Friday night. The Shinkansen, I took you yesterday to the Shinkansen platform. You can see it was quite busy. JR staff doing a pretty good job of getting traffic out smoothly. And then the 30th is the actual first day. Offices are closed, which would normally be open. New Year's Day is, of course, New Year's Day. Everything's gonna be closed tomorrow, most things. And the 2nd and the 3rd. So it ended up being a 9-day weekend this year, which is really cool for the locals. But because everybody's got less money, everyone is just sort of staying home. Not a lot of people traveling abroad. Most people are on those planes are coming here from abroad. That's a new big TV right up there. And you can see there's the fire truck over there. There's going to be security personnel coming in, but I wanted to bring you over here. You can see what they've done here. They've covered up the Hachiko from this side as well. So you can still see the kind of fake rock garden, but it's all covered up. Security personnel already here. The guy's making sure that you don't get into the bus. But I think that perhaps he's been there. There's always somebody there. I'm not quite sure. That's all I have for you. I'm not going to be here. I know there's going to be streamers here. They're idiots. I don't. That's a harsh thing to say. This isn't the place to go. You would go to a shrine or a temple for the countdown because they do the 108 bells, which cleanses your soul. If you're coming here, you're just looking for views because it's a foreigner thing, and I don't want to encourage that. And now this is the part where I share with you, I don't know it all. I'm not telling you what to do. I sort of am, but I don't want to be that person because, all right, I love to travel, and because as a kid, you don't get a chance to go out to really cool places and celebrate it like the way that you would see on TV. You want to go to places that you saw as a kid as TV because it's very influential. So I remember when I got here in 1998, the first New Year's I spent it on the streets in Bangkok on Khao San Road, and it was freaking awesome. That was 1998, 1999. Then the next year, where the heck was I? Oh, 1997, I was on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. That was awesome too. Some wacky girl came up and slapped me with some whipped cream or something and gave me a big kiss, and then she said, "Bonne nuit, monsieur." I never saw her again. As an American, I felt that was very confusing to me. Then in 1999 and 2000, I was at Sydney Harbor, which is also freaking awesome. I was with a bunch of the backpackers from the Bondi Beach guest house, the hostel, and we had a roaring time. I remember a lot of it because I was one of them that didn't get sick drinking too much. But they lit up the gate bridge there. It was really awesome. The harbor was beautiful. The opera house and everything. Australia, Millennium, that was the place to be. I got a lot of stories from that. And over the years, I kind of managed to do that. 2001, where was I? I think I was in New York. Then 2002, I can't remember. 2003, I came back to Japan. And this is when I started asking my Japanese friends, so all right, it's New Year's. Where can I celebrate? Let's go out to friends. And they're like, that's not what we do, dude. It's like, how do you not know this? You've been in Japan for 7 years. And I said, what? So you don't go out and celebrate at countdown at New Year's? That's so boring. I'm at Harbor Bridge. Thank you, Carrie. I'm like you, but I've been here for 26, 27 years now, so I've changed. I'm on the other side now. But I understand where you're coming from. As a kid and when you're younger, you just wanted to... Is he filming me or so? You just wanted to be outside where somewhere is exciting. If you want to go somewhere exciting, Asakusa is way more exciting than here. Number one, influenza. I didn't have it. I'm just getting over a cold. influenza is everywhere right now. I'd say at least 15% of the population has it. According to the news, it's something like 2 million people. What is that? All right, that's more like 3% of the population. There's like 3% of the population's got it. So this thing's going around pretty fast. You don't want to be stuck in the center here with a lot of people who don't wear masks. At least Japanese people wearing masks. And whether or not you think they're effective or not doesn't matter. It's going to be one big germ party. All right, I don't want to go there. I prefer going to the more open streets of Asakusa at night. So that's where, if I'm feeling good, that's probably where I'm going to be. It's really picked up. Between 9 and 10 a.m. you see the most tourists coming in here, and the signal's probably going to conk out in about 5 minutes. But honestly, I understand where you guys are coming from. You want to be at an exciting place. You just don't know where that is. And you assume, because there's a sensory overload on Shibuya Scramble, that this is the place. It's actually not. It's never been a place before the tourism boom of 2024 to come and do a countdown in the middle of the intersection. I don't know who came up with that. People just trying to emulate New York City. That's not what you do. Other cities have their own way. In Japanese culture, New Year's is the maybe one of the top most important days of the Japanese New Year. It's a family day. We do it like in Japan. Everything is done differently, right? Your initial reaction is to go out and party and get drunk. In Japan, maybe they get drunk with their family, but it's to go home and to have a quiet, watch NHK and not do it. And that's why the businesses close on this day. A lot of businesses are closed on New Year's Day. They probably should be worldwide, right? I think that they are. But this is why a lot of stuff used to be closed on that day, but tourists don't want it. They come in here to look for a party. And they're not wrong. There are parties, it's just not done on the street. All right? Like in the West. West is the West. So Time Out has a pretty good guide. I'm sure that there are other places that have pretty good guides. We used to go out. So in 2004, when I was here, my friend said, my foreign friend, he goes, we don't go out on the streets. What are you, an idiot? You're going to go stand in the cold? This is before the tourism boom. What are you going to go stand in the cold like an idiot? Who's going to do that? It's like, you think that this is the way he would talk in my mind. Yeah. You like this. You think that all those pretty girls with the mini skirts are going to be outside in the freezing cold? What do you know? They're all at the clubs. You better go to the clubs, John. That's where I'm going. You're going to come? And so I went, and I'm one of those guys who stands in the corner. I was like that in the junior high school dances ever since there. I don't know what. He was the one, he's dancing with all these people, and it's a blurry 2004. I think I got sick and went home. I think I went to the womb party as the go-karts make their way around there. But you can see there's tons of places here. And he's right. If you look into Pate, most of the girls are going to go to those hotels and stuff, okay? They're not going to be sitting on the street, especially locals. Nobody does that. And anyways, locals go home to their families. They're not going out there. They're not trying to hook up. You're going to be hooking up with other tourists. It's maybe better. Warmer hotel room. Just stay in your room. I don't know. So, sounds like a Cali surfer accent. No, actually, he's from Israel. that's I guess I was way off on the accent. He's a funny guy. And he didn't talk like that, but in my mind, that's how he talked. He probably says the same thing with me. So for those that are just joining us, I'm at Shibuya's Hachiko Scramble, and I've been kind of sharing with you information, but we're getting sights and sounds from Shibuya on the day before New Year's, and this is not the place to be. Hachiko's sleeping. Don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. He's in there. So it's still, oh, hello. So it is kind of fun to come out here and see the quiet before the storm. But if you want to hang out with a bunch of foreigners that are visiting here, come here because they don't know where else to go. If you want to come out and hang out with locals, probably going to go to Asakusa or to a temple or a shrine. The bigger ones have street foods. It's got like a real good vibe to it. And they ring the bell 108 times. And if you picked your hotel for Shibuya for tonight, as my friends from Sandusky, Ohio used to say, sucks to be you. I don't know. That's some of the stuff we learned in Ohio. I learned in Ohio. Is that like, that's a weird looking Batman go-kart. Boy, these things need to be banned. Bah humbug. I don't want to be that guy, but I've been here too long. Focus on the road, dude. A lot of people saying hi. They wanted to be in it. Where are you from? Awesome. It's cold here. All right, so that's all I have for you. You can see a lot of people are starting to come into Hachiko Scramble. Kanai is going to her dad's place with Leo. They're making soba at noon. I don't want to miss it. I got to go maybe pick some stuff up. I think that the Pachika's all closed. As I said, most supermarkets are going to be closed tomorrow. Most of the shops are going to be closed tomorrow. Some of them are actually open because tourism has changed things a little bit. Money to be had. This is another reason why I think there's a lot of employment shortages too. I mean, Brandania is in the house. Aloha. For me and Michael, both of you guys are together. He's working and I'm not for once. What? Have a happy new year. Michael's working on New Year's Eve. Hey, well, it's actually not where you are. Get some New Year's snacks for Kanai. You got it. We're gonna make it a really good. We're gonna get some aloha spirit in the party tonight. It's not much of a party, but I will be going. I plan to go out. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes Kanai is very persuasive to keep me in, but I plan to go out. Maybe Asakusa, maybe Meiji Shrine. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna go, but definitely not here. This is not the place. Turn the lens around here. This really isn't the place to be. Gogeta 13, I want to say thank you for being an insider for 46 months. Rock and roll, brother. Brother, that's really great. And better go to a party. It's amateur night out there. Better to go to a party. Stay warm. And that's the thing. People dress up in dresses and stuff, and they want to celebrate in the nice way. Like, the people who go to, I don't know who actually goes to Times Square. I've never met anybody who actually went to Times Square. Maybe you guys can chime in here. But why would you want to go there early and there's no bathroom, so you have to wear diapers and poop yourself? I never understood why people, go to the Times Square countdown party. Is it really that good? I think it's just because you want to be on TV or you want to be at a spot and feel something that everybody else feels on the other side, but do it in person. It's the same kind of person that goes to a sports game when it's 50 below zero, right? I mean, of course it's better to watch it at home, but you like to feel what everybody else is feeling. But in Japan, where, this happens, everyone's feeling the warmth of their bed, all right? They're not feeling the cold of a crowded intersection where they told you not to go, all right? Like, there's literally signs saying, get the heck out of here. Well, it doesn't say that. The area around the statue of Hachiko will be blocked off from Tuesday. And the reason why is because it's the politest way to tell you to buzz off. If they cover up the biggest attraction, because I think it got vandalized last year, I think it's a good idea probably that's the best sign, instead of saying piss off or go somewhere else, to say maybe we'll just cover the thing and then people will go away, and we'll see how it works. But yeah, Shibuya has become quite the tourist attraction. Definitely, I used to like coming here in 2004 when I first moved to Tokyo. I lived 7 years outside the city. It's just that, I don't know, since the tourism boom, I try very hard to avoid it, except when there's a story. And there's often a story here, so I find myself here more than I want to be. But it's kind of nice to see other people because, again, this is a cool place. It's got a sensory overload, a mix of old and new buildings. But it's just become so touristy. Even the businesses are starting to turn towards it. It doesn't feel like, I guess it feels like what you think Tokyo would feel like now. There's supposed to be a really cool lookout part here. There's only a couple people looking out there. That's supposed to be one of the best lookouts. Maybe I'll go and take you there. I've been here for so long, I'm a little bit closed-minded. I took video from the hotel. I snuck into in the elevator to the 18th floor, and I got some video from there. And then there's Shibuya Sky, and I'll be going there in the middle of the month. I have a permit to film up there before it opens, I believe, so I'll be there on the 15th or 16th, and maybe I'll do a live stream or take some video. up there as well. Got an episode coming on it. All right, everybody, that's all I got for you today. It's been I gotta be honest with you, it's a pretty tough year. It's a pretty tough year. I didn't get a lot of main channel videos out. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I feel energized for 2025. I got a bunch of episodes ready to roll. So if you're looking for one, I had a sponsored video on the Only Japan Go, which is an edited video, which is very much like a main channel episode. Go check that out. They seem to like go better. It seemed to work better. It was a pretty good episode, kind of highlighting 300-year Japanese cuisine from a recipe that they found from when the Tokugawa shogun visited. So it's a very cool episode. Talks about the Gokaido, the 5 roads of Edo, and some of the history around it. So you're guaranteed to learn something interesting. Good. Last facts that you'll learn before the end of the new year. I'll talk more about it from wherever I'll be tonight. But yeah, I'll be outside tonight. And we gotta end the year working hard, I think. End the year working hard. Get out there, and then maybe on the 1st I'll take you out and show you how quiet the city streets are. Maybe not, because there's so many tourists and the hotels are full. I'm curious myself. But looking here, it's pretty crazy that 90% of the tourists, or 90% of the people are foreign tourists here. You can tell. It is crazy. I'm like one of them. And people and Westerners who see Asian people, they are from Hong Kong, China, or even Singapore, Malaysia. You just don't know. Everyone's like, look, there's some people. They look local. There maybe 10% are locals. I'm not joking, because the shops are essentially closed today, I believe, or most of them. It's crazy. All right, everybody, go get yourself something hot. It's cold out here. Mata ne. Why is he yawning? Jet lag. See you tonight.